We have a situation, because I'm sure you must have heard Dr. Dogo's remarks, saying that he doesn't think that this is by, the Fulani neighbors within Kaduna. He said, our first guest said that some of them could be involved. There may be a very small number could be involved.
Exactly.
But he doesn't think predominantly that this is being perpetrated by local Fulani people. He believes that there's some external influence in this.
That is the point I'm trying to make.
For the 2011...
For the local Fulanis, we have done our best to ensure that our people forgive all the past. And that's why immediately after the inception of this administration, when they formed General Martin Luther Agoy Committee, even before the committee submits its report, we call all our people, the local Fulanis, and ask them, each and everybody should return to his base, because we are working on peace. And I will assure you that before the submission of that committee's report, wherever a Fulani man, a local Fulani man migrated in southern Kaduna, he has returned to that area to contribute to the peace process. Our objective was that when the local Fulani men are around, they have their ardos, their leaders. We engage those leaders to identify any foreign Fulani man that come into the area. Such should be reported. And when they return, this strategy started working because it is a strategy based on local intelligence gathering. The Ardo, if a foreign Fulani man arrives in his domain, it is his duty to report that to his district head, who will in turn report to the chief.
You have said that this new crisis has caught you by surprise.
Yeah, it is surprising because we thought people will learn lesson.
You said you thought they would learn lessons, and you said that these lessons were rooted in the 2011 crisis.
Exactly.
You also allege that this, people are coming from the outside.
Yeah, and this is why. The recent crisis started in a village called Ninte. Somebody, a farmer...
Not Godogodo.
Ninte, yeah, in Godogodo Chiefdom. The village, the actual village is Ninte, in Godogodo Chiefdom. What really happened was that a farmer decided to go and farm along the stock routes, or to block the stock routes. And these stock routes were not even local stock routes, international stock routes. You know that a cow is just like water. If you build your house along the water passage point, when there is flooding, you know what will happen. That water will not just go around because your house is there. It will just take out your house. The same thing, we have well-established, well-documented stock routes that have traversed the entire African continent. You can start from the Central African Republic, crossing Cameroon, Nigeria, into Benin Republic without even asking the cow, without even going in front of the cows. You just follow them, they will take you there. So a farmer decided out of his, I don't know, we call it mischief or whatever, to farm in that area, and an argument ensued between him and a pastoralist who was plying that route. And it resulted into fight. Two of them got wounded. The Ardo of the area, the Fulani leader of the area, took two of them to the hospital and paid the bills. When these stories spread, some youths within Ninte decided to retaliate. They killed that Ardo. They set him ablaze. They burned about 76, nomadic settlements. And that was the beginning of this crisis. So what we are saying is that we did not learn any lesson. Afterwards, people started blocking roads, killing people. People started blocking international stock routes. While we were trying to resolve 2011 crisis, appealing to those people that were affected, you are killing more people. That's why I said we have not learned any lesson from 2011.
So you do believe that there has been some quarrel, and that is what is at the bottom of this particular crisis.
Of course,
because I'm sure you've also heard some of the theories that there is a plan. I'm sure you heard Dr. Dogo talking about a jihad What do you make of that theory? Because he's cited examples. I mean, you rightly said that this did not start today. He talked about coming on our program in 2014 and saying that these kinds of things could happen and it would spread further down to Benue and Taraba. And we've seen that happen in many areas.
Well, I think maybe he needs to be educated about the meaning of jihad, what jihad stands for. You know, I don't think the issue has anything to do with jihad, because we have read in history books about jihad and people who led jihad. You cannot just go on jihad without a leader. You have had jihad through messengers of God, through you know, some notable, you know, religious scholars.
How do you respond to
this? One has nothing to do with jihad, but it has everything to do with people who decided not to tolerate, you know, other people passing using this local, I mean the international stock routes. A Fulani man that comes from Cameroon has no relationship whatsoever with Kaduna State, except that he has passed through Kaduna State by using those stock routes, and those stock routes are established and they are backed by both international conventions, sub-regional and regional laws, as well as the national laws. They are established, they are known, they are supported. The movement within West African sub-region is also supported by a convention known as ECOWAS Convention on Free Movement of Transhumans. So they are.
I'm afraid we don't have a lot of time, Mr. Ibrahim. I'm sorry, we have to go now. We really have to wrap up. Thank you for coming on Sunrise Daily. We've been speaking with Ibrahim Abdullahi, who was the National Assistant Secretary of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association. I think it's also pertinent to say at this point that our producers did try to get across to the Kaduna State government to also come and give their own side of, you know, the reading of the situation in southern Kaduna, and we're yet to get from them to get any to get their own side of the story. But we will definitely keep trying to get across to them, and hopefully they should come on the program soon. We'll take a moment now or go straight to Lagos, where the program continues.